Good morning, everybody. Steve Georgie here, April 27th, 2011, and I'm bringing you your wake-up call for this morning. Things do look like they're working a little bit easier today in the grains. We'll start off there. Corn down about 8 to 9 cents overnight. You got beans down 15 to 16 cents, with wheat down 15 to 16 as well. So we are finding a little bit more of a slide here this morning. A lot of guys still concerned with this weather. Coming in this morning, you've got the weather maps right now that have taken out a little bit of rain here for next week, but they have warmed things up a little bit. So they've got warmer temperatures, 70s and 80s coming in here next week, but they have pulled a little bit of rain out of the forecast, and that's what's got guys on the defensive here today. As far as corn. So we're going to be watching weather very closely there on corn. Forecasts are also suggesting that it is unlikely that next week we're going to be somewhere close to that 20% planted for that planting intentions or for the planting progress. But we need to be that May 4th, May 5th time frame is kind of that target that a lot of these funds are going to be watching. How far along are we at that point? So even though we're seeing a pullback right now for corn, continue watching this weather. It's going to be a huge factor for corn, whether or not we get it in the ground on time. If we don't, you're going to have guys talking about shifting acres from corn to beans. Also, you could potentially get these bigger funds talking about yield loss as well. So if that's going to be the case, that is a very friendly picture yet for corn. So keep that in mind here as we work throughout the week. But here today, weather still will be a focus. And we'll see what some of these noon weather maps look like. But if we are going to start shifting acres, that's more negative here on beans. Beans have been selling off. They've been the one that's been punished the most here over the last few days. And here again, down 15 to 16 cents overnight. You've got first notice date for May contracts coming up here on Friday. That could put some pressure on things as guys get out of long positions. But looking at South America's harvest, they're pretty well wrapped up here. And, as far as Brazil, Argentina is about 52% complete right now. That's about 2% behind last year, but still well within pace. And you look at that, their crop here they've got an enormous crop, and we're not finding the demand pick up right now. So we've got big numbers right now as far as South American beans. And so rallies right now are still looked at as selling opportunities, just looking at some of these fundamentals. The technicals right now as far as beans, if we do see some strength for corn and wheat, you should find beans try to firm up a little bit as well, but they probably will set back the hardest here on dips. The wheat market, it's been pretty wild here, and once again, not letting you down again today, down 15 to 16 cents. You've got talks here in Europe. They did get some rain here over some of the areas where they needed it here in their wheat country. But there's also talks out there that Russia had indicated that they may start exporting wheat before the deadline or the time frame that they had allotted last year. So we saw a big run up here when Russia was talking about all their issues they had in wheat. And how they weren't going to export anymore. Well, now here they're saying that they may start exporting before the date that they had allotted a few months back. So keep that in mind here. We'll see what happens. But more importantly, you look at some of these outside markets, and how is that going to be driven here today? Crude oil, very quiet. It is up about 30 cents right now. You've got the dollar that is down about 7 cents. So rather quiet and a little bit tame as far as some of these outside markets. But gold, $7 higher. Silver is 62 cents higher. The big thing that guys are going to watch today in a lot of these markets, and what's going to get affected by the dollar? You've got the Fed coming out here at 11:30. That's 11:30 Central Time. And they're going to release they've been in a 2-day meeting. They're going to release their notes and what they're going to be doing here at 11:30. Then you've got Ben Bernanke coming out and going to talk about that, what kind of decisions they have made. Is there any change or what they're doing with quantitative easing and a lot of different things that could affect commodity prices very quickly. So keep that in mind here throughout the day. 11:30 is when that comes out. Give us a call after that. and we can let you know what's going on as far as these markets and keep you updated on what's happening. But things could move pretty quick here once that does come out. So stay tuned there. Some of the other markets here, soft markets, kind of mixed for sugar. We still are a little negative here on sugar. Rallies are probably still selling opportunities. The charts are working a little bit lower. And then for cotton, down 6 cents yesterday. That was limit. We're down 5.11 right now. We're finding a lot of profit taking coming out of cotton, moving it into other markets just because of the prices here for cotton. Investors are moving money around and taking it out of that market. Some of the other things as far as livestock, you've got fat cattle right now that are mixed. We had some cash sales reported, 116 and 117. That's $2 to $3 lower than last week. We've got feeder prices right now breaking back even more, and they're going to continue to slide here as corn prices stays firm. And you've got talks right now of poor profit margins. So we could see that try to pull back here as well. Box beef values. You had choice that was down 52 cents, select down about 43, so that's working a little bit negative as well. But looks like overnight prices are kind of steady at this time, so we'll watch that throughout the day. I think there will be a lot of effect here from some of these other markets, so keep that in mind. As far as hogs, we've seen a pretty big slide here for hogs. Right now, if you look at the May contract, May is down 30 cents, but some of the back months up 20 to 30 cents right now. So look like we've got a little bit of support right now. June hogs did close down below the 100-day moving average yesterday, which is pretty negative. So we need to see a recovery. We need to get back above that here today and close back above that to make this look a little bit more positive. But as far as technicals, that is a weak close here for hogs, and we could see a little bit more of a slide there. High gas prices are also kind of weighing on things right now. A lot of this rain kind of putting a pause on grilling season. The question is where will we see producers shift to more cheaper meats? So keep that in mind. We did have pork cutouts down as well, down about 51 cents. That's helping pressure the hogs at this time as well. So I knew I threw a lot at you guys here this morning. Call us with any questions throughout the day. We're always here to help you guys out. Give us a call at 800-262-7538, or once again, right there online at allendale-inc.com. You guys have a great day today and have a great rest of the week. Take care.